Guys, we're talking turbo setups with this thing, and we're talking turbo setups with this thing. So as you guys know, I just barely got this Mazda Speed 6. Has a 6262 precision turbo right here on this top mount exhaust manifold. So as you guys know, this turbo manifold right here, that manifold is actually an eBay manifold, which is totally fine. It works, but it's obviously not the best for performance. Then we've got this huge 3.5-inch intake, and then this water to air intercooler. So in this video, you guys, we're gonna be talking about what is the best route to go with my turbo setup. So as you guys see, this is the Precision 5858 setup. And so what my goal is I want to make the Speed 3 a race car, which is this thing right here, my Mazda Speed 3. I want to make this the fully built race car with my beautiful intake manifold and my full 600 horsepower build. But I don't know what I want to do with the Mazda Speed 6. Obviously I want to build it, but what route do I want to go? Do I want to autocross? Do I want to go straight line? Do I want a daily? What do I want to do? So here are my thoughts. I kind of want to switch this setup right here. This is my best turbo setup with the old external wastegate, and then with the nice top mount exhaust manifold. It's a really beautiful tubular manifold, obviously. And then, you know, the whole situation right here, you guys can get a good look. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna switch this turbo setup to the Speed 6 like I originally had. So the top mount will go on the Speed 6, then that 6062 could come here, and I could do a stock location 6266, because on the Speed 3 it's easy to pull this engine out. So if I can pull the engine out easily, it's not that hard to install a turbo. The reason why the turbo sucks to install when it's a stock location is because obviously you see how it sits on the top here. That looks easy, but look at the stock one. This one right here is the stock turbo, and as you guys can see, it's got these 4 bolts, and as you guys can see, there's a bolt here on this one obviously, and then there's one all the way in the back tucked right there. So if you're looking down, it is incredibly hard to get to those bolts inside the car. So what I'm thinking is, since I can pull this whole engine out so easily on the Speed 3, maybe I go bottom mount turbo on this, and we'll do the 6262 on this car, and then that way it'll be really easy to put the turbo on, because I just put the turbo on, put the engine in the car, and then it's done. And then for the Speed 6, since we have more space on this thing, we can keep the top mount, the good top mount setup, and then do my normal exhaust, you know, downpipe and everything, because this is more of like my daily that I want to drive all the time and on the road. And then this Speed 3 over here is really when I want to race, or what I want to do some, you know, highway pulls or something like that. So the options are, I could keep the 5858 where it's at and keep the 6262 where it's at, or I could swap them and do any variation of turbo. So I could go back to like a smaller turbo or a medium-sized turbo, or I could just go even bigger and go for crazier horsepower. I'm not really sure where I want to go with it, but these are the turbo options that I'm thinking of between the two builds. We got to figure out what we want to do with the Speed 3 and the Speed 6, because we have this extra engine here with the turbo on it. So I could always do like a upgraded like mid-range turbo for really good torque if I was trying to do like autocross. If I'm trying to do autocross in the Speed 6 or Speed 3, then a mid-range turbo would be ideal for that. So you have some sort of torque, not one of these massive turbos. But I do like the look of these massive turbos, and I like how they perform on the highway. So I'm kind of torn what I should do, but if you guys have any input on the new builds, what you think I should do, that would be awesome, because we're gonna be diving into them very soon. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do also with this, because I could build this thing and build the crap out of it and leave it in the garage where it sits now and really take my time on it while I drive this thing. But I know you guys wanna see this water to air intercooler setup right here. So I was hoping to take this apart and show you guys what's going on with the water to air intercooler. So either way, we will take that apart at some point, but it's just a matter of how soon and what you guys wanna see. But I'm definitely really excited on what's going on, you guys. So if If you guys like this video, be sure to send a like my way. I'm gonna be streaming and I have a lot of live streams going, so that's where I really get my best information from you guys of what you wanna see. So the live streams aren't really meant for gaming, they're just more meant to get your overall like view of things. But man, this thing has a lot of good parts, like this catch can back here. It's got a whole bunch of stuff that I did not expect. So we're gonna be tearing this thing down at some point, but let me know what you guys wanna see and if it makes sense to swap the turbo from this thing, my ball bearing 5858, to the Speed 6, and then either put the 6262 on here, or maybe just buy a whole nother turbo setup, something unique or something I haven't done before. But if you guys have any ideas, let me know. I'll catch you guys in the next video.